Alright guys, I'm very excited about this next comic. I've been wanting to get her on the show. She actually co-hosts a show with her cousin. And it's a house party comedy show, which is one of my favorites to go to. And it's like fucking packed every single time they do it. It's unbelievable. It's called the Red Carpet Comedy Show. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Theresa Bateman!
Thank you. Hey everyone. I don't want to start by bragging, but I'm pretty broke. Have been for a while. And I got a little desperate a while back, and I volunteered to be what I like to call a paid vagina test subject. It was for this study that was comparing raped vaginas to non-raped vaginas, like to help better prove it in court. I was one of the non-raped ones, just to be clear. But yeah, I had to have a bunch of exams, and it got pretty weird on the last day. The doctor was doing the exam, taking photos and stuff, and she just starts going, "Oh, would you look at that beautiful cervix? So round and pink." It was really fucking weird. But you guys, I'm so happy to know that I'm pretty on the inside. I still can't tell my mom about that vagina test subject thing though. We just can't go there. We don't talk about that kind of stuff. My mom's the kind of person that thinks that like having a computer and sometimes using it qualifies her as a geek. She also does this thing with texts where she'll text me stuff that's either just like completely traumatic and definitely warranted a phone call, or just like totally useless information. There's no in between. Like, I've woken up an equal amount of times to texts that say things like, "I'll go ahead and die," as I have to texts that say things like, "Alec Baldwin went to NYU." I have a weird family. I feel like everybody feels that way, but does anybody have like siblings they grew up and were competitive with? Cool. Me neither. But me and my cousin, we're the same age, and we would just compete over everything. Like who played the clarinet better, who was a better writer. I went to film school and she went to film school. My dad died and then her dad died. Just competed over everything. If you don't believe me, she also does stand up. Yeah, like I said though, I'm pretty broke. It sucks. Being broke is really shitty. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. I hate it. I'm tired of like living in shitty apartments. And I'm tired of moving every year to a shittier apartment in a shittier neighborhood to save money, you know? I'm getting to a point in my life where I want to like settle down in a place. I want to be there for more than a year. I want to feel safe. I want to feel so safe that I'd actually be surprised if someone tried to break in and murder me. You know? I don't have that right now. I don't feel safe in my neighborhood. But I do have pepper spray to protect myself, you know, in case anything happens. But every time I have to consider taking it with me, I have to ask myself, Theresa, you really look that good. Like, good enough to sexually assault. Because I don't know if you guys have heard, but people only get sexually assaulted when they're looking, like, super hot. And I'm just not feeling that confident most of the time. Like, I'm the girl that some random dude at LA Fitness thought he had to cheer on, so when they're like running on the treadmill. That's me. That's where I am. I did experience my first sexual assault not too long ago in my neighborhood, though. Milestones. Yeah, I was just, you know, I didn't have my pepper spray. I wasn't feeling very sexy that day. I thought, you know, being in sweatpants and walking my dog at 7 a.m. was enough to deter, but this guy must have been like a real kinky freak. But he called me over to his car and asked for directions, and I just didn't really think much of it. I had just woken up. And I went over to his car and I tried to help him out. Before I realized his dick was out, and he was masturbating the whole time. It was pretty traumatic, but like my guy friend said, at least I wasn't raped, right? At least I wasn't raped. Like, that's like saying, "Oh, fuck, I cut my finger chopping vegetables." Like, hey, at least you didn't get impaled on a fence, man. Like, I got shot in the arm. Hey, at least you didn't get shot in the heart. Let's put things into perspective. I've been having a kind of a weird time recently. I feel like, I don't know, I just have a trustworthy face or something, because people have been telling me their secrets a lot lately. Maybe that's why that guy thought he could show me his dick. He was just like, I feel safe with her. But yeah, I was in a Lyft not too long ago, and my driver, within like 2 minutes of me being in the car, was like, my driving privileges have been suspended 3 times. Fuck, don't fucking tell me that. Like, it wasn't relevant to the conversation. It was just totally out of nowhere. He was just like, you know what? I think if she knew this, she'd be cool with this. And then a few days later, I was in an Uber, and within like 5 minutes of me being in the car, the driver was like, I think I'm schizophrenic. And then he proceeded to miss my exit 3 times, so really didn't feel safe. But the cherry on top of that was the next day, I was here, I did a set, and this girl came up to me afterwards, and she was like, oh, I loved your stuff, like, let's be friends. It's like, okay, cool, let's be friends, you seem cool. She wanted to go have a cigarette, so I went outside with her to do that. And as soon as we get out there, she's just like, I'm gonna break up with my boyfriend tonight. Fuck, what? Our relationship just moved very quickly. I'm kind of uncomfortable with this. And she was just like, yep, I'm gonna take you to the bus stop. I'm gonna go back to Oakland, that's where I'm gonna do it. I'm like, oh my god, I know your whole fucking plan, Jesus. And so we're standing and then this guy comes out and joins our conversation. And he's talking to me for a second, and then he turns to her and he's like, oh, babe, what's that guy's name? I was like, oh, fuck, that's the guy. I know your future. Like, I know what's going to happen to you in a few hours. He was so into her, too. He was just like, my wonderful, beautiful, amazing girlfriend. It's like, oh, fuck. So sad. So sad. And here I am telling all their secrets to you guys. So what I'm saying is don't trust anyone. Speaking of breakups, though, I'm pretty recently single. Thank you, one person. Don't worry, I'm not going to make a Tinder joke. I've already had stress dreams about Tinder. But I'm really looking forward to living my childhood dream of being slutty. And I also realized that, like, I've never been that comfortable calling someone my boyfriend, but I'm, like, really stoked to talk about my ex. I feel like that's what I was always meant to do. My ex, man. Ugh. I don't know, being single, it's been weird. I don't know. I have a very specific look. I don't know what it is, but people can't tell whether or not they find me attractive until they've spent like a while assessing my face or like seeing a good photo of me or something. There was one guy who didn't want to take me out until we became Facebook friends and he thought I had a nice profile picture. Just recently a comic was like, oh yeah, I saw some pictures of you from your trip to Philly. You were looking really good. Oh, cool, thanks. He's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you look good in person too, but those pictures. Yeah, right, isn't it? What is it? I don't get it. But it makes me think of all those movies where the guy's like giving a speech about the woman he's about to marry, and he's like, oh, when we first met, it was love at first sight. She's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Whoever ends up with me is just going to be like, yeah, well, we met. I don't really think much. Shit. She photographs well. And I'll leave you with this case in point. I was out seeing comedy not too long ago, and me and my friends got invited out by one of the comedians. I like to think it's because I'm hilarious, but he did definitely want to fuck my friend. But he took us to the guy whose party was and introduced us, and he took turns shaking our hands, and he was like, oh, Zoe, nice to meet you. Devin, nice to meet you. Theresa, sure. What the fuck is that? You're just like so uninterested, you didn't even want to say it was nice to meet me. I can't help but think it would have gone differently if you knew how pretty I was on the inside. Thanks, guys. Theresa Bateman.